Oh, I'm flossing. Tell little bitch get up. Hit it once and had a feeling nauseous.
And we're back. JJ Buckets, you know where you are. And the NBA Finals is up and running. And the Warriors are not. Actually, the Warriors have started this series really banged up, and it's given the Raptors a chance to capitalize, which so far they have. Hell, this series could really be feasibly 3-0 if it wasn't for a patented Warriors run in game 2 at the start of the third quarter that really swung momentum for him. And even then, I mean, the Raptors almost battled back and almost came back to take that game. You know, one Steph Curry travel, or missed travel rather, short, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the positives so far in this series from the Raptors. Now, positives from the Raptors, obviously, you know where to start. The man himself, Kawhi Leonard, is off to a good start to the series. He's averaging 29 points per game, almost 10 rebounds, 9.7 to be exact, 4.7 assists per game, so almost 5 there. And he's done it while being guarded really, really well and playing through some really tough Warriors defense. Now, Kawhi, like the defense Kawhi has gotten has forced his, efficiency, and it's forced his turnover numbers to not be so great. I mean, like his field goal percentage has gotten down to 43 so far in this series, while his turnovers are up to 3.7. But it's a part of the Warriors' strategy to limit Kawhi and to really attack Kawhi with their best defenders and constant double teams. It's pretty much them banking on the fact that they don't want to have Kawhi beat them. They'd rather have somebody else beat them. And through that, he still put up some impressive numbers. Like through the defense that's been played on Kawhi, I will take 29 points per game on a little bit of an inefficient clip 10 out of 10 times. I'd like to have the turnover numbers down, from 3.7. Obviously, you'd kind of wish that his vision was a little bit better. I think that's the one, I wouldn't say flaw in his game, and I wouldn't really call it a weakness, but that's the one thing that's maybe not keeping up with everything else he's so great at, is that he could just have better ball vision in terms of his passing and kicking out of those double teams that he constantly draws from the Warriors. But besides for that, Kawhi's been a positive. Overall, he's been a positive. He's always a positive on the court. Obviously, he plays great defense too, so like you'll take what Kawhi gives you, even if the numbers are maybe a little down. That's obviously just because he's playing such great defense on the other end from the Warriors. Now, I touched upon it. So the Warriors have tried to have other people from the Raptors not named Kawhi beat them, and that's been kind of the theme of the series so far in the first 3 games. I would say is help. That's been the theme for the Raptors. Whenever they've gotten great help, they've gotten the win. Whenever they haven't gotten great help, well, which would be 1 game so far, but nonetheless, they lost. Game 1, obviously, you got great support for Kawhi from Pascal Siakam, in particular, who put up 32, 8, and 5. A lot of people were ready to sound the horn and, be like, oh, sleeper finals MVP right here. Pascal could get it. I mean, Pascal could get it, but it was pretty much an overreaction. Nonetheless, Pascal had a great game 1. He also was helped by Marc Gasol, who had a solid 20 points, 7 rebound game. Even Fred VanVleet contributed 15 off the bench. And it just went to show that whenever the Raptors are really clicking in terms of their support pieces for Kawhi, they can win games. They can win games against this Warriors team that's a little banged up. And that also, I would say, paid dividends in game 3, where the support was even stronger. Like, my goodness. Every starter was in double figures for the Raptors in game 3. And not only was every starter in double figures for the Raptors, the lowest scoring starter from game 3 was Marc Gasol with 17 points. Everybody else was tremendous. You know, Pascal had 18 and 9. You know, Danny Green had 18 points, finally found his shot out there. Kyle Lowry in particular was looking fantastic out there. He said he plays better on the road, and you know, he came out and dropped 23 points, 9 assists, which kind of proves him right, or at least in his mind, at least. The numbers, yeah, might not always back it up, but it's the mentality more so of Kyle, that he's going out there and he's ready to do damage while, you know, in the opposing team's house that you gotta absolutely love. And they just were so damn good in that game 3. They shot 52% from the field as a team, which goes to show you how great this performance was. It was such a great performance that they survived what was easily a legendary game from Steph Curry. You know, the guy had the quietest 47 points I have probably ever seen. It's funny because my immediate reaction watching that, being a LeBron fan, was, wow, I think I know how LeBron feels right now. Yeah, if you're Steph Curry. And it's funny, almost immediately after I said that, like about 2-3 minutes later, Bleacher Report came out and posted a photo of LeBron and Steph together, and LeBron saying this exact thing to Steph. And I was just sitting there, I'm like, either my house is wired and they're listening to what I'm saying, or, you know, this is clearly a collective thought. But they're definitely reading my mind, though. That's the thing there. Nonetheless, back to the point. The thing for the Raptors, as I said, has been help. When they've gotten it, they've won the games. And frankly, like I said, this series could really be 3-0 if it wasn't for one bad run in the third quarter of Game 2. And now the series shifts to Game 4, where it becomes kind of critical. Now, Klay and KD are still kind of up in the air. If I had to guess, I would say Klay is going to play in Game 4, which is a quick turnaround. It's going to be on Friday. And KD, honestly, your guess is as good as mine. The word around KD has been really kind of airtight, I suppose. The Warriors make it seem like he could play any game in this series, you know, after one practice. But at the same time, it's funny. It sounds so funny to me saying inside sources, but friend of mine, whatever, so on and so forth, that works at Scotiabank Arena, who's seen KD in that arena, says he is really hobbling around, like really hobbling around. So who knows, Kevin Durant's return in this series may be later than we all thought. That being said, yeah, he could come back in Game 4. You never know. But, you know, no Kevon Looney for this series is another big injury that's happened to the Warriors. And it's just going to be more minutes for DeMarcus Cousins. And at times, Cousins has looked great for the Warriors. At times, I mean, he's kind of slowed them down. Nonetheless, Game 4 is going to be a huge step in the road for the Raptors. If they want to come out there and really make this NBA Finals dream come true, they got to jump on that opportunity to go up 3-1. Draymond Green is already out there talking in pressers about how the Warriors are going to win 3 straight and they're going to take it in 6 at Oracle Arena. Like, if that's not firing you up as a Raptors team, that he's already talking like it's a foregone conclusion, I don't know what will. That's bulletin board material right there for Nick Nurse, for that locker room. They should be going in there inspired to prove him wrong. And if they go up 3-1 in this series, I will happily accept the fact that my series prediction, you know, for the Warriors and Raptors was wrong. And obviously, I'll happily accept it for the obvious reasons of being a Raptors fan. But nonetheless, yeah, series is kind of pretty much gone as expected, for me at least. Now I would like to see a turnaround, and I would like to see the unexpected happen. I would like to see the Raptors go up 3-1 in this series. Anyways, I don't think I have any other real points to make other than that. It's been JJ Buckets. It's been a pleasure having you guys. If you like the channel, if you like the video, obviously hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, you know, comment below. Let me know what you think about where this series is gonna go from here. And yeah, other than that, guys, I am out.